don't know if that counts.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like a lot of people aren't here because there's actually like lots of traffic and people are trying to come here straight from SATs, like how often. So, we'll just go through it really fast. So your old business, membership to dues. Did all your clubs pay for club membership? Barrington you pay, Castle you pay. High Papa you pay. Okay, that's really good. So service members in good standing. We can just want you to remember to keep doing service. With an reservation. And if you have any trouble finding service projects, you can always call Colin or Mrs. Colin. He's our service project chair. And then there's Keegan, who's our LTG. And then there's also members in good standings. Members in good standings are technically people that have completed 50 hours of service, have paid their dues. There's not like just okay, so people that have done 50 hours of service and have paid their dues and have helped the people having service and character. So we're going to be recognizing that at convention. Your advisors and officers should be getting a list before convention comes up to give them the names of all the people that have done that. So how many of you here have completed your 50 hours, paid your dues, and all of that? Anybody yet? So 50 is usually, you need to get your 50 by the end of March, because April starts the new year. April starts the new year, so end of March is when you should be able to get your 50 hours. So if you don't have your 50 before convention, it's okay. No problem. We just wanted to recognize those outstanding people that have reached their 50 hours beforehand. So just be working towards that. You have a couple more months to get your hours before that list comes out. And another thing is PCP. That's our divisional project this year. So Colin can tell you more about that.
Okay, so if you're a small club with like 60 members or below, then your goal should be to raise like $100 to $150. And if you're a larger club, so like more than 60 members, your goal is $300 to $350. And has anyone fundraised?
Wait, Barrington, do you know what PTP is? PTP is the Pediatric Trauma Program. So basically we're raising funds for like hospitals so that they can fund programs so that their doctors can understand kids more. So it also goes to help with like safety inspections for like straps and car seats, and to have bike safety checks with kids to teach them the right padding, to wear a helmet, and all of the safety rules to protect kids, because a lot of the 911 calls that go out for an ambulance are for kids, and most of them are preventable. So that's what we're fundraising for. I can email you guys more information about it after. So no one's fundraised for it yet? You guys have? What did you guys do? Happy Sad Dollars? Happy Sad Dollars? So one of the things Keegan kind of wanted us to do is like brainstorm ideas for fundraising, because we tend to do the same thing. So I don't know what ideas you guys have for like fundraising as like different ideas.
District Convention will be held on April 13th through the 15th. It'll be at Santa Clara. And the
convention over there with like 3,000 key clubbers from the 3 states. So if anyone's interested in going from your school, they can contact Keegan, LTD. The key for December, you know, Keegan's 12 keys. So it's the key for December is care. I know we kind of went over this last month and we were kind of confused on what care was. Well, it's because December is like the flu month season, so he wants to make sure that everyone stays healthy. And it, like, so he just wants to remind everyone to have good hygiene and take care of yourselves during the holiday seasons. And wants to know if you guys are gonna do any.
Oh, she has to hit the button there.
He wants to know if you guys are gonna do any projects that has to do with hygiene for December.
We had yesterday, we were like bussing tables you know how like you sign a letter like love something? So it's like hearts and love, key club. So there's gonna be more information about the theme from Keegan soon. It will be going to the offices. Okay, so the deadline for the Hawaii convention was yesterday. How many of you are going to the convention? Is anyone from Carrington going? You're gonna have one? So it's not too late to send in your payments if you want to go to convention. The late registration is $250 for the late registration and $10 for a t-shirt. The late payments are due December 30th. And for all of the clubs that have turned in their forms, which it seems like every club here has, make sure that you turn in your attending worksheet that was sent to your presidents and advisors, I believe. That one has a list to see who's going from your club and who's going to be rooming with each other so that they can start putting the rooms together. Club tasks are coming out. Club tasks is like a list of each club gets responsibilities at convention. So whether it be like room hosting or manning the doors for a project or helping set up for something. So those will be coming out, and that will be only sent to advisors and the leadership team. The leadership team is mostly made up of presidents. And then for one of the service projects we'll be doing, we're going to be doing a penny war again. Has any of you done the penny war before? Okay, do either of you want to explain what a penny war is?
Okay, so penny wars, that's where you compete against each other, so I guess against different clubs. So the thing is that you have a jar and you have to put pennies in. All other coins besides pennies are negative coins. So say if you put 10 pennies in the jar, it's like another team can sabotage you and put a dime in, so then you get 0 points again.
Yeah, so
A dollar.
yeah, and dollars are negative points too. And so this time for penny wars, we're going to be splitting it up into club buddies, and some buddies will be combined only because of the number of participants within that club buddy group. So if you're saying to start saving up your pennies, especially like fundraising would be a good way to get more people to come out to the convention. So you guys might want to think about that and like possible ideas to kind of supplement the cost because it is a lot since we are traveling off island. Members in good standing, I know we talked about this like in old business, but this time for members in good standing we're going to be talking about contests and awards because that's a big part of convention, the award ceremony. So he said start working on your e-portfolios. That's what I showed you guys last time at the DCM. The ones that we said weren't up yet, you know the ones that you couldn't click on the link, he has emailed the district to see why those haven't come out yet, and they haven't responded to him yet. So as soon as they do, Keegan will email you when they are out. But he said the ones that are open, which I believe are all of the officer positions, you should start during this winter break putting together your e-portfolio and finding information to include in it. And if you have any questions, he suggests first you go to the CNH website because there's videos to help you fill out those e-portfolios. And there's a manual on the cyber key as well to help you fill out the e-portfolios. These e-portfolios are going to be due Wednesday, January 11th, and this is going to be electronically to Keegan. And then the voting, I know Wendy and Caitlin went last year, I believe, for voting in IAL last year. So we're going to be doing that again, and it's going to be on Oahu, only because you have to have majority of the clubs in the division vote. And obviously Oahu has more than the 2 on Big Island or the 2 on Hawaii or the 3 on Maui. So we're going to be having it here again. But this time it's going to be different from last year. Only members are allowed to vote. So I know the officers were doing a lot of the voting last year, but that's not allowed anymore. So for the January DCM, it's going to be a DCM/voting. So the members will be voting while we'll have another activity for the officers to do. So just keep in mind for January DCM, you're going to need a big push for your members to come out. And more information about all of the contests and awards and the voting should come out through Keegan. And then, who are underclassmen here? Okay. Underclassmen as in not seniors. Okay. So, the time has come again to pick our new LTG. So for all of you that are not seniors, you do have the chance to run for LTG. That is like my boss. He's like one up than me. He's the one, Keegan's our current one, and he takes care of all of the islands. He flies up to California quarterly, I believe, for meetings with CNH. And he also is part of the recognition committee as far as the entire district. So as LTG, we will have a lot of responsibilities, but there's also a lot of rewards to it too. So, is anyone interested at all in running for LTG here? Anyone interested in running for LTG? Caitlin? Okay, well if anyone else in your club or you secretly don't want to tell me yet, to become or to run for LTG, you'll need to complete forms as far as agreements saying that yes, I will commit to becoming an LTG. You'll also need to go to LTG training that will be held before convention. You have to create a literature, so like a brochure or something that lets members know about you. And you also have to create speeches for our convention because we hold caucuses where all of the key clubbers hear what you have to say before you vote. Well, we're going to give our number. So no one interested a date yet. They're still trying to figure out on the divisions team side when to have it as far as getting Keegan and Mom to fly down and a location. So that should be coming out soon. I believe you won't be receiving this email from me, but you'll be receiving it from Keegan as far as when the next DCM is. But it's gonna be a weekend in January. I'm gonna say it's not gonna be the first weekend at all because that's New Year's. So just keep that in mind and keep in mind that you're gonna need to get members to come out to this one.
We're trying to figure out that date soon. If we want a lot of members, that's why we're going to be on Christmas break in 2 weeks. And the week we get back, we're not going to have a lot of people. So I thought the date was figured out. Or help him out a lot. Otherwise, we're going to just have a lot of conversations. I think.
Oh, good point. If the portfolios aren't due till the 11th, it's probably going to be after the 11th.
Well, the portfolios aren't usually
Yes. So that's a hint that it's either going to be the second or third. Second, no wait.
third or fourth.
Third or fourth. No, because if it comes in on a Wednesday, it'll go on Saturday.
Yeah, but the 11th is already after the